you bought your toddler thousands and thousands of dollars of shoes and not one pair seems to suit them because they seem to be walking around clunky? Hi there, it's Neesha from My Favorite Physio. In today's video, I'm jumping in to share with you 3 reasons why your expensive branded shoes is just not working for your toddler when you're trying to learn to walk. So here at My Favorite Physio, we see lots of toddlers, and as pediatric physiotherapists, our job is to help little ones learn to move better, and that includes teaching them how to walk. Very often we see toddlers come in who's just starting to walk or not yet walking, and parents are saying they seem to really struggle to lift their legs up, and I've bought them all sorts of shoes, their foot's turning in, turning out, it just doesn't seem right. And what we would do is we would carry out a full assessment on their little one. We would check their ankles, their knees, their hips. We would look at the way they sit to play. We would look at the way they pull up to stand. We would look at the way they are walking about. We would look at their shoes, and we would often recommend the better shoe options for their child. And that often is a shoe like this one, where we would recommend a shoe that is flexible, that is lightweight, and yet provides good support around their foot and ankle. So when parents come in with their very expensive branded chunky shoes, there's 3 reasons why it just doesn't work. The first is that their sole is super thick. So you see these shoes that we would recommend, the sole is thin. All your branded shoes, they're often chunky ones, about 3 times as much as this sole, and often it's just too heavy for your little toddler to even lift up to walk in. Number 2, your expensive branded shoes that you bought for your toddler is often really stiff as well. So if you hang on to one of those shoes and you try to squeeze it, often you'll find you can't do that. Unlike these shoes that we would recommend, in one hand we would be able to bend. And that's really important for a toddler. They're learning to walk. They need to be able to push down and bend and toe off. So, they would heel strike, foot flat, push off easily in shoes like these. Your expensive, chunky, branded shoes for your toddler, they just can't get that movement. So they seem to be very robotic, stomping away wearing those shoes. Number 3, your chunky, expensive branded shoes for your toddler often has a lot of friction on the sole because they're just built to be really chunky. And what will happen is if a child is trying to walk and they decide to turn around, what will happen is your shoe will grip onto the ground while your child is turning away. And what often happens is they'll fall over because their foot didn't come with them while the rest of the body was turning. What we end up seeing is these toddlers end up with a spiral fracture through their legs. That means their shin bones would break in the diagonal pattern, spiraling through because they were turning to walk off, but their shoe was stuck to the ground. So for those 3 reasons, you might want to have a look at the shoes you got for your toddler. They are often really expensive branded ones, really fashionable and chunky, but they're just not right for your toddler who's learning to walk. If that looks like your shoe collection, what you really need to do is just throw them out and instead be getting shoes like these. And if you would like a recommendation, feel free to ring us here at My Favorite Physio to speak to one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists. And if you would like us to assess your child and figure out why are they not walking so well, or that if you feel their foot's turning in, turning out, and they're falling and tripping, the best thing to do is to actually get a full assessment for your little one. Speak to one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists here at My Favorite Physio. The number to ring is 02-9790-4233. And if you know somebody out there who has a little toddler who's just struggling to walk and they just look so klutzy in those shoes, why don't you like and share this video with them? Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.